It's me, So Real, bringing you my viewers PlayStation Live experience. Now, I will note that I'm not expecting anything new or looking forward to anything. I'm looking forward to everything, especially the stuff that's already known that's coming. I'm looking for some updates, but do I need anything more? No, but would it be nice to have more? Yes. But I'm leaving no leeway for a letdown because I cannot be let down because my personal opinion and it's proven by numbers that I am in the right place or I have made the right purchase. What's up, War Anarchy? Can you hear the audio good? If you can't hear it good, I'll turn it up. I can't hear it good myself. I'm going to turn it up anyways.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shawn Layden and Sid Schumann.
Sorry, bud. Hey, Sid. Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you could join us here, PlayStation Experience. Thank you so much for coming. Shawn.
Is this a furniture convention?
I think we're going to play a game. We're going to kind of move our way back and forth across the different segments here.
Right, and hopefully ending up with those nice postmodern gray office chairs. This is awesome. Yeah.
In all seriousness, folks, it is unbelievable to be here again at another PlayStation Experience. So exciting to have all of you here. I really give yourselves a round of applause for joining us here in Anaheim.
This is
Wow.
this is the fourth one.
It's the fourth one. And I can't think of a better way to close out this highly memorable year than with my friends. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Really.
Yeah, it's incredible. And Shawn, it's been a heck of a year.
Wow, hasn't it been just? It's been a crazy year, 2017. I think we saw a lot of great game releases. Any Uncharted fans out there? So Lost Legacy was awesome. We're certainly proud and pleased with what our friends in Amsterdam pulled together with Horizon Zero Dawn. And then without telling anybody, just kind of slipped the Frozen Wilds out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Sneak it out there. I mean, what's great too is the year got off to such an incredible start. Resident Evil 7, one of my absolute favorites this year. If you haven't played that in PlayStation VR, you haven't played it. Persona 5, Nier Automata. Incredible year, incredible games. One of the strongest years game lineups I've seen in years.
My personal favorite, one of them anyway, is Everybody's Golf.
That's a terrific game.
Can we get some love for my golf game, please?
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2, yeah.
You could sit here all night literally listing all the incredible games that came out this year.
Right.
But we've got a little bit more in store.
We've got other things to do.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's such a special year. And I mean, then we had Paris Games Week. I mean,
went really well. We saw the reveal of
if you're having a hard time
opus,
hearing me over
Ghost of
Tsushima.
Yeah, that's going to be great. We saw some of that in the trailer right now. But there was a lot that happened in 2017, and we can talk about that, and we can share some.
What I was asking you is, have you heard that there might be a Devil May Cry, a new Devil May Cry, and supposedly might be a exclusive?
Our memories of that with everybody here. But 2018 is going to be another tremendous year for PlayStation, both in PS4 and PSVR.
And we're going to talk a little bit about 2018 here tonight. We're also going to bring you closer to some of the world's top developers right here. I think it's something that makes PlayStation Experience unique and special. You folks can be right here with us, all of our friends right here.
Thus all the furniture.
And all this furniture right here.
We're
going to try to build a super group up here.
just rumors. I'm not guaranteeing it.
You can tell us what you think at the end, but I think we have a special night here ahead of us. We're going to have some old friends dropping by, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to have our group chairman, Andy House, is in the house.
That's right.
He'll be joining us later with our old friend, Mark Cerny.
That's right. PS4 system architect. Mark Cerny's dropping by.
Right.
Are you guys fans of God of War? You like God of War? Okay. Corey Barlog from Santa Monica Studio, he's going to come in and give us a development update here tonight.
Right. The taxi's outside with the meter running, but Corey's going to run in here, deliver a report, and then get right back to the studio and get that work done. And we're having Media Molecule.
Yeah, Media Molecule. Did you guys check out the Game Awards last night? You see that new trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff.
We're also going to take another look at Concrete Genie here a little bit later tonight. One we're all very, very excited about. Another one we announced at Paris this year. So we're going to have some updates on 2018 games. We're going to take a peek or two at the PlayStation Experience show floor, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check out over the weekend. And there might be a surprise or two in store, Sean. What do you think?
I think there's more than a surprise or two, indeed. Right. And we have some shots of that. We're going to go to that now, or?
Yeah, so we got a big weekend here. Okay. And actually, one of the things I'm personally super excited for are the panels we've got going on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a great lineup.
Really killer panel lineup. I think the best we've ever had. I mean, look at this stuff here. We've got Naughty Dog doing not one, but two panels. The cast of The Last of Us 2 will be right here, right on this stage, actually. You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see all the Uncharted voice actors for the big 10-year anniversary. Sucker Punch stopping by, Media Molecule stopping by. Super excited that Justin Roiland and William Pugh are going to be stopping by. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan. I can't wait to see what these guys are up to with the Counting Plus. So it's just a lot of great stuff.
Yes.
Then can we talk about that show floor?
Yes, the show floor, we were taking a look at that earlier today. It's like nothing we've done before.
Yeah, we have some photos, I think, too, if we could show
can we put this up on the screen?
Oh. Days Gone. I mean, that's an experience right there. Get your phone ready.
Yeah, that's the entryway, so you're going to have to find a way to get through that.
Are they ticklish? We'll find out
We're going to find out, yeah.
Another one.
And one of them is a real human. You have to find out which one that is.
Another one I'm really excited about. It's incredible. Shadow of the Colossus. Wait till you see this. Tell them what they get to do, Sean.
So what you get to do, this is one of the key colossi from the game. You will be able to climb up the back of it and put that sword right into the center of his head. It's the thing you've wanted to do when playing the game. You'll be able to do it now tomorrow at the show.
It's incredible. I mean, that's just a taste. There's so much more. It's the biggest show we've done yet. So I hope you all check it out tomorrow and let us know what you think. Got a lot of PlayStation VR here. I know not everyone gets a chance to go on with this. This is The Inpatient.
The Inpatient is here.
The Inpatient from Supermassive.
Oh, that was nice of Oz to sit in the wheelchair like that.
Yeah.
But you will be taken into this experience via wheelchair, and you will have an asylum experience, just like it is in the game.
They wheel you in,
totally
they close
creepy.
the curtain, and you play the demo. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So
it's not for the faint of heart.
Not at all. So around 80 playable PlayStation VR experiences here over the weekend. And so lots to see and do on the PlayStation VR front. But actually, Sean, speaking of PlayStation VR, I believe we do have a new PlayStation VR.
I think that's pretty amazing for the PlayStation VR. As long as it's been out, I think 80 titles is pretty damn good.
Game to reveal here tonight.
Yes, we do. And I think it's really important, though, to talk about the VR stuff. Get out there over the next couple of days and experience it, because you can read about it on the web, you can hear Sid and I talk about it all the time, but until you put the headset on and have a gaming experience like that, you'll never really know what it's like. So please, for the next couple of days, get in there and do that, because we have a new game we're announcing tonight called Firewall. Firewall 0 Hour, I think, is the full title. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, here we go. This is the first gameplay we're seeing of Firewall. Now, this is actually from the folks at First Contact Entertainment. They're serious shooter developers. This is a team-based 4v4 tactical first-person shooter. So attack and defense on the two teams. And there's a huge amount of emphasis being placed on sort of the tense motions and movements.
Me neither. But I heard that... I heard sometime that it might go on sale for $199. Now, if I see one at that price, I would love to pick up one. But it has to have the full thing. I could probably go without the camera, but I know if I find one that says with all the other stuff, it's gonna have the camera as well. But if I find one that has the camera, the Joy Cons or wherever they are, not Joy Cons, I think that's the Switch stuff. But if it has all the equipment for $199, yeah, I would love to get one.
It's the pacing is very realistic, peeking around corners here. We're going to see some of that here in the footage, but just a very early sneak peek for all of you here. Firewall is coming to PlayStation VR. You'll be able to use either a DualShock or your PlayStation VR aim controller if you've ever picked up one of those with Farpoint or something like that. So this is looking mighty promising, I gotta say.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so tense to be in that four-on-4, trapped in the room, throwing flashbangs and trying to clear rooms out of enemies.
Yeah, this is one we've been wanting to tell folks about for a while, and I know people who have tried it have really come out raving.
And it's on the floor.
That's right. It's on the floor here. You'll be able to play it this weekend, 4-on-4, Firewall. And it will be exclusive to PlayStation VR, so excited to see that. So, Sean, what else do we have on the VR front? Anything else?
By Coca-Cola.
We have a gift. And a year ago, we launched one of my most favorite games, The Last Guardian. Any Last Guardian fans? It was such a seminal moment for my career because I think I've been working on that game my entire career. and so we were able to ship it last year around this time. And in the meantime, Ueda-san and the group have come together, and they've made a VR experience based in the world of Last Guardian, where you'll be able to go in there and experience that with Trico, calling the beast and moving across a level. It's probably, 15, 20 minutes of gameplay. But we'll be putting that up on the PlayStation Store
December 12th here in the US and Europe.
And that's our Christmas present to everybody.
Right.
So please go get it.
Next week it's free.
Yeah.
It is actually a standalone experience.
Yes.
Don't need to actually own The Last Guardian either. So if you've got PlayStation VR, you can get The Last Guardian VR demo.
Right now.
Here we go. Seeing a little footage here. Sean, do you think Trico's feathers are more plush and downy in VR?
Well, I think you can only rub them one way. But yes, plush and downy would be one way to call it.
Yeah, there he is.
There, and you'll be able to call her.
Our fine feathered friend.
Yeah, it is. It's something else. It really is. So please make some time during the next couple of days and get in and try this. And then
Now, you see this? This is a real bigger exception than encouraging you to go play older games or games that just recently come out and changing the experience, completely changing the experience while also giving you new games, unlike something else, just enhancing the visual quality but not really changing the overall experience.
December 12th, go home, download it, and
play it.
Enjoy for Christmas.
Nice stocking stuffer there. So that's The Last Guardian VR demo coming out next week.
Right. But wait, there's more.
There is more. There is more.
We like to go back from time to time and look at some of our classic catalog games that we have, because we believe that a great game is always a great game, and sometimes you have to refresh and bring them back on new platforms because sadly you can't go out and buy a PS1 and play it. So what we have here is we've taken a game we delivered last year. We brought Wipeout back, and now we're going to bring out Wipeout VR.
Yeah, let's check out the trailer.
I like the looks of that, and I would like to say I would like to get back on some Overwatch with you too, man, but if I'm going to play for PlayStation Plus, it can be for and not get, do the GameStop rental thing. If I get back on PlayStation Plus, it can't be for Overwatch. I will probably end up buying the new Call of Duty. I may play that with you. But I think I'm dead on Overwatch. Totally dead on it. But something will happen. I will break. Since I got a year to wait for this GameStop thing, I might end up getting my PlayStation Plus back. I will get back with you. But that looks good. That looks good. I would love to play that on PlayStation VR. And I've been watching some, what's that, Skyrim on PlayStation VR. Boy, that looks bad. You can get the axe up into your face and look at it, holding it, swinging it. I've always imagined something like that, especially with Skyrim, a deep RPG, collecting awesome weapons and looking at the details, because that Skyrim has always been about looking at all the details they put in their weapons and stuff, and be able to look at it in first-person view like you're really holding it. That's an experience.
Now, this will be an update that you'll be able to download to your copy of Wipeout, and this will add the VR capabilities to the game you have.
Yeah.
So you have to supply your own
Is the video audio too loud?
sickness bags. We can't give you any help with that.
Yeah, and the free VR update is coming early 2018, Sean.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
right.
It's on schedule, it's on time.
I think a strong start so far to 2018, and I gotta say, I'm actually really getting fired up about 2018 because, we've got Far Cry 5 coming early on in the year. Really excited for that
Yeah,
one.
that looks great.
Shadow of the Colossus, which...
And that's all going to be playable on the show
all
floor.
playable on the show floor, and Shadow of the Colossus is being played on PlayStation 4 Pro, and wait till you see that.
Yeah.
It is stunning.
Amazing.
But before we get into all the 2018 stuff, because we got some more to talk about there.
We got a lot of chairs here.
Got a lot of chairs here. So I wanted to revisit what I think is 2017's biggest game. So please welcome Hermen Hulst from Guerrilla Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hermen Hulst.
I'm wearing a turtleneck tonight. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Herman.
Chris. Wow, we have a lot of family.
Yeah, we do. Big family. Yeah.
We love
How are you guys?
Hermen, you're looking rested.
Taking my time.
Yeah?
I'm here on vacation for 40 hours.
Well, from my perspective, 2017 has kind of been the year of Horizon Zero Dawn. It's clearly a humongous hit. People have fallen in love with this. It's a tremendously great-looking game on PlayStation 4 Pro or on standard PlayStation 4. Nominations out the wazoo, and you guys just shipped the Frozen Wilds, too. That's one hell of a year.
It's been a fantastic year. We worked on this game for 7 years, and then when you finally get it in the hands of you guys, and we hear about it and we see people being so active, it's just heartwarming for us.
Yeah, and then you got the Frozen Wilds, which you just put out too. That's a whole bunch of new content. It's unusual to see an expansion, I think, of that size come out the same year as a title as big as Horizon Zero Dawn.
And you know what? We actually just started working on it the week after we shipped.
Oh, yeah?
So there was no preparation. There was no time for that at all. So there's a good chunk of content that we made in, 8-9 months. So it's been a busy year.
Impressive. So, given the fact the game is a huge hit, what sort of surprised you most in terms of the fan reaction?
Wow, there's been so many surprises on this project. I would say just the feedback from the audience. I mean, we've had such amazing responses. We got this is a mail that Sean forwarded on to me from a president of one of the game studios. He had 4 daughters, and he just sent this note that his daughters, young girls, they rearranged the furniture in their home. So that they could practice like Aloy, because it was a character that for the first time actually looked like them. And it's these kind of responses, or it's the cosplayers that so many of them, they've come out to the studio, they've kind of become super fans, they invest so much in them. Or the sheer amount of time that people spent in the game. Photo mode, some people have spent weeks and weeks just not taking snaps, because it actually borders pretty much professional photography.
It's incredible, yeah.
So it's actually the extent of that kind of feedback that's been the most surprising to me.
One, it's great to have such a strong female protagonist that has been, loved by the entire PlayStation community. We've just created a whole new icon for our industry.
Beautiful game, one of my absolute favorites this year. Now, okay, from my selfish perspective, one of the reasons I'm so pleased to see Horizon be such a huge hit is because, well, it's a single-player game. And I love single-player games. I mean, I think it's fair to say it seems like people still want them. What do you think?
I have to admit, I died out on single-player games, got into multiplayer, and I missed hearing the stories. I missed being immersed in something. I've gotten tired of getting these like Call of Duty games, playing 3 to 4 to 5 hours in, and just dull-minded playing a multiplayer game like that, like Destiny and stuff like that. And that's one of the problems, I believe, with a lot of most gamers, especially on Xbox, with them being in denial that there's a problem with the lack of games over there. The majority of them play games like Destiny, and they absorb most of their day on that game or certain games like that, and that's the reason why most of the Xbox fanboys say single player games don't matter anymore. Bull. You close yourself in a box in one game, so even the multiplayer doesn't even matter to you. The multiplayer doesn't even matter to you because you lock yourself in a small square box of one title, and you play it more than 3 hours a day, and you play it every day of the week.
Question.
I think they're dead, man. The strange thing is it's by far our best-selling game, and it's the first solely single-player game that we've made in a long time. I don't really get the debate that much. To me, when you're somebody like myself, sometimes you're after this kind of magical, unbroken narrative experience, and there is no other way really than having that single-player experience. So there will always be a market for that. It's hugely important.
Especially in a world as unique and exotic and interesting as Horizon Zero Dawn, with a character as interesting and unique as Aloy. So
you don't want to be interrupted. You want to be in that magic spell and stay there. And that's why sometimes a single-player game can be the best option.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Herman, you're going to stay with us here tonight, and we're going to have some other folks dropping in. Thank you so much, Herman. Horizon is not the only narrative-based single-player game PlayStation's focused on right now. Anyone interested in a small, handcrafted artisan franchise by the name of God of War?
I am.
Okay. Well, in that case, how about we welcome Cory Barlog? He's a creative director at Santa Monica Studio.
Now, I have to admit, I've not been a big God of War. I think I touched the very first one. I think it was on a PlayStation 2, briefly. Did not beat it. But I did like it. I did like the gameplay of it. And I am highly looking forward to this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cory Barlog.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you. All right, Cory.
I would like to get God of War 3. And I probably will. When that GameStop thing comes up, I will get it. I will do a playthrough with it. And this is also one thing else I wanted to say. While courting along with the Xbox players and being denied about their games, this is that big YouTuber, that crap gamer. This is how bad off that they're too busy or too being in denial or worrying about wrong things. And now, but they have no games. That dude has made a video stating that he does not believe these games, Last of Us, Shadow of Colossus, all these titles are not going to be coming out for the PlayStation 4. They're going to be coming out for the next generation console. Games that they have done already made CGI films using the old hardware graphics engine that the PlayStation 4. And they already said they got floor models of demos of playing it. This big YouTuber is in such denial that they don't have games and deny about it, that they need to believe these games are not even going to be coming out this generation. And I have stated this. Microsoft has turned their decision on going out finding games and getting more exclusives. But here's the truth. Here's the kicker. Within a time frame of this generation, they're not going to find games that's partially made, halfway made, that will be able to come out before this generation ends, before the next Xbox comes out. The only thing they're going to be able to find is ideas. And ideas are not going to be made within 3 years. The stories are not going to be made in 3 years. Written. Music written. Anything that's acquired now is not going to be made for the Xbox One X. And I love this. I was watching this one video, this one YouTuber, and I wished I would have thought of this. This dude made this perfect comment. What are Xbox trying to sell you with an Xbox X? Are they trying to sell you a mid-generation refresh console that's more powerful? Or are they trying to sell you a retro console? Because if you think about it, what are they all boasting about the Xbox One X? That they're going back and improving the quality of old games. What is that? It's a retro console. I wished I would have said that. I wish I would have thought of that. Xbox is trying to sell you a $500 console, and the things they are pushing out to sell you it is nothing more than a highly powerful, overpriced retro console. Talking about improving the visual fidelity of old games and backwards compatibility. Retro console. And I bought a retro console recently, the SNES Mini, and it has more exclusives than it does. Even with a limited number of games put inside it, it has more exclusives.
Oh boy. Corey Barlaw, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to cut to the chase on this one. Can we get a little bit of a status check on God of War? How's that one coming along?
Jesus, Sid, no kind of run-up?
No.
No foreplay, just right to it. Fantastic. It's going really good. We are in a final phases right now, doing a lot of play testing. He's very excited. I'm very excited. But it is, it's a big game. I can't hear you. Louder?
Welcome to the stream, Hero and Villains.
Freebird? Is that what?
You feeling confident, Corey?
Welcome to the stream, Hero and Villains. I got to remember to pause it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm feeling very good about things. I would love to be able to tell people when we're going to release it, but my dog ate the release date, so I don't have that right now. But I can tell you a little bit more about it. Right now, we are in the playtesting phases. In fact, this week we just finished up a playtest. And over the last 4 or 5 playtests, we've been clocking in. I think the total gameplay time is somewhere in the arena of 25 to 35 hours.
Whoa.
Huge game.
That's big. I mean,
It's not as big as his game, but I'm, getting there.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's getting there. I mean, I got to say, I was assuming it was in the maybe 10, 15, 20 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people.
Yeah.
And then we sort of accidentally made it a lot bigger.
Oops. Yeah. It's twice as big as we expected. That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Sean, a question I've been wondering about. Corey obviously has a very unique vision here for God of War. Mm-hmm. It is quite a shift from what we've seen from the last six games, I think it is, in the series.
Right.
So what was it about Corey's pitch and his vision that sold Worldwide Studios on this new God of War?
A bribe.
Well, he said he'd ship in 2018. Corey has so much expertise and knowledge and special secret skills, as if he might have sat in some library at some university and reading all the forbidden, Norse mythology books they have in the back room.
This is totally true.
And so when he took me through his vision for the game and really taking it to a new place, not only by the camera angle, but the type of story we're telling, a more narrative-driven and not so brawler-driven kind of game, I thought this is exactly the place where we need to take something like the God of War franchise. It keeps it true to its roots, yet makes it new all over again for a new audience. And that's what Corey sold me on. It took him about 90 minutes to tell you. I just told you in 4 minutes, but it was exactly what...
I'm a bit loquacious like that.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who's already shipped his game, and this is the guy who's in
Right.
crunch.
He is way more relaxed.
Compare and
right?
contrast.
What are you still doing here?
Now you keep on bringing up titles like that, man. You're going to talk me out of getting Call of Duty and PlayStation Plus. Because, I don't know about this GameStop thing, man. I don't know if it's ever... I don't know if they might end up canceling it. Then I might end up having to purchase these titles to play them.
What's the bug count?
Right. I'm getting texted right now with the bug count.
So Corey, the game is at least bigger than I expected. I can say that based on what you've been telling me. It's large. It's large. So, but in a big world like that, how do you sort of keep a narrative focus? How do you stay on track with the player?
Very, very, very carefully. Playtesting honestly has really helped us a lot to figure out how we keep the player focused. And one of the original things I was talking to people about was treating the game like a tour bus. So that you're in this massive world and we're sort of rewarding the player for being curious, and you can kind of pull the string to get off the tour bus, which the tour bus is the narrative in this story. And you can kind of go look around, check out the world, but the bus is always a few steps away, no matter what you do. So it's kind of a fun exploration in the world.
The tour bus.
The tour bus.
I think we
right?
use the analogy of a theme park just around the corner here, Disneyland, for Making Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
Or a tour bus.
And that really was like a theme park.
It's a theme park.
It's amazing.
So, Corey, since we got you here, I wanted to run through the latest gameplay footage, actually, that we saw at Paris from God of War. But because we got you here, you can add some context and some information that we maybe didn't have back then.
Oh, good.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll that.
So
Go ahead and roll that.
I'm going to say something right away. I was talking about playtesting. We were still building the system for the kids' ability to talk in-game, the banter system, we call it. So Atreus, in the game, wasn't fully talking a lot. So when we made this video, I was dropping the audio in without us having playtested it. So I treat this video a little bit like it was a giant playtest with the world. So we sort of discovered, as we sent it out in a playtest that was happening almost the same time this was coming out, that we were like, oh man, he talks too much. We need to chill that out a little bit. So it was kind of a fantastic realization. This right here was meant to give you a little bit of a glimpse into sort of the moment-to-moment combat.
I never played the first Red Dead, and I feel a little bad about it. And I especially feel bad about if I played part 2 without experiencing the first one. So I'm hoping maybe somehow coming across a capability of playing the first one before I play the second one.
Previous ones, we had focused a little bit on the story and the tone and the world, and this is kind of giving you that sense that we haven't really lost that pick up and play aspect of God of War. In all the encounters, we're really going to allow the player to really open up and use their own creativity in each of the experiences, using the environment, using other characters against each other. It's very fun. And this is really just a area you find in the game when you're around exploring. So this is not even the sort of main critical path.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of honeycombed with secrets and extra paths.
Honeycomb, that's nice.
You like that? Yeah.
It's good.
Put that in the marketing book.
It is absolutely honeycombed.
What do you think it is?
Now, I remember there being something here at the end of this.
Oh, yeah. Well, because it was Halloween, right? You just got to scare the shit.
That made me jerk my head back a little bit. And I even heard them saying, wasn't there something at the end of this? I'm like, oh.
Anything you can share about that particular ghoul?
That's the Revenant,
Okay.
one of the characters that we've introduced in the Lost Pages. And those are characters that are practitioners of Sather magic, and they've been doing it for so long they've kind of lost their humanity and their sort of human form, if you will, possessed by the drug of magic.
The drug of magic.
Right.
All right.
And it's a honeycomb. Right?
So we have tour buses, we have honeycomb.
Right.
Theme park.
I'm so good at this.
Corey, it's been 6 games. This will actually be the 7th game, I believe, in the God of War series.
I think it's actually, if you include the mobile.
I was
like on
wondering
8,
if, yeah,
right?
so let's
God of War
call it.
Betrayal, man. It's all about that.
That's right. So how do you keep up with fan expectations? I mean, there's a big history with this title.
There really is. Very tirelessly, we are constantly getting feedback from our playtesters, paying attention to what people are seeing when we are showing stuff. This is a labor of love for everybody at Santa Monica. So a lot of people have worked on this franchise from the beginning. We care a tremendous amount about this game. So we hope that you all do as well.
Herman, I mean, you guys shipped this year. Do you have any advice?
Keep going back to these.
I know. I'm trying to help you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you.
All right,
Herman, you
sure.
guys shipped. So you've been where where Corey is right now. Do you have any words of wisdom? Any advice?
Lots of coffee. No, so Corey's now in a place where you're.
I bet you that crap gamer. It's going to announce a game, or the show is going to be proven a success. But that crap gamer is going to bring up that mop dude. Going through the fucking. All the Xbox fanboys are going to be joking on that mop fucking dude going across the thing. Oh my god.
peak productivity. Every hour counts. I really don't know what he's doing here right now. He should be back at the studio. But it's also the most interesting phase in the project where everything kind of falls into place. And I know because we're pretty.
Oh, I want to bring this up too. Watch the Crap Gamers. I think his latest video. I don't know. He might upload it too by now. The way he uploads, like 4, sometimes even 5 videos a day. But he's complaining about PlayStation. The new consoles come out. You would think they would win. The new console will win the following month, especially with the so-called most powerful console. You think that console will outsell the console that's been out for a long time that most people has done picked up. But no, PlayStation still outsold it within that month. And he says, of course, a console is going to outsell a cheaper console is going to outsell a expensive console. But he's in completely denial why PlayStation is in the lead in the first place, because it's been the most cheapest console since the beginning. Power didn't have to do nothing to do it to give it the lead. It is a nicety, but what gave PlayStation the lead was price and Xbox DRM and stuff. And also, here's another kicker. Xbox listens to their fan base. They listen to their fan base. Whatever PlayStation dropped their price down to on their console, it took a whole week after PlayStation dropped their console price down to a very, very affordable price, even with package deals with games. Xbox waited a whole entire week after PlayStation to drop their price on their console. And Xbox listens, and of course that's a cheap tactic to sell your console. It shouldn't be counted because they dropped their price. It shouldn't be counted. God, that Crap Gamer is such a loser.
Close Guerrilla Games and Santa Monica Studio. We actually.
And get this, he admits it in the title that Xbox failed to outsell, but then later on supposedly says that PlayStation outsold, and then again goes in through the rest of the video admitting that PlayStation outsold. He's arguing with himself, admitting it, then supposedly, or from some sort so-called sources, then going back admitting it.
Visit each other. We do an exchange program. We have a lot of people that have been on site of this team. And I know that these guys are in a situation now where everything is falling into place. So it's going to be magical. I can't wait to visit soon.
Yes. I want to visit you guys too. I never have gotten a chance. Everybody else goes out there.
The invitation is open.
Right.
You're
all right.
busy.
Finish the game.
Totally going out there. We should crowdfund that.
Did we say that Corey needs to go finish the game?
Did we say that? You speak for a lot of people here. I think we just say that.
Right. We'll just delay the game. I'll go out there.
Corey, I don't know if you got a chance to check out the God of War booth that's actually being built right this minute here at PlayStation.
I have not seen it live in person. I've seen photos and then heard about it over the phone. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah. So you'll be able to, there's a lot of great photo ops. You'll be able to kind of wear the Kratos face paint, be able to don the armor, take photos. But there's a special reward for those who are brave enough to get their head shaven.
Yeah.
Crap Gamer Reviews. is the name of his channel.
Any takers out there? Who's daring enough?
Seriously?
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Okay, we're gonna do it now. I left it at home.
Corey, thank you so much.
He's literally a raging Rob with conspiracy beliefs and in completely denial about his fanboyism, his state of in denial of the circumstances which Xbox is in, and which is also self-inflicted, and this loser is even accepted within his preferred company of an electronical device. Phil Spencer has even denounced him and does not approve of him or support him in any way.
We're gonna have some other guests dropping by here. On that note, it sounds like some folks here watched the Game Awards last night, right? Okay. We got an awesome new look at Dreams, and I thought it might be fun to learn a little bit more about it. What do you think? All right, well, please welcome Siobhan Reddy from Media Molecule.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Siobhan Reddy.
Hello. Hi. I didn't realize what I was. Hello. Oh, hugs.
I made you shake it. What's that?
Hello. Good to see you. Hello.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
This is the more relaxing seat.
This is so relaxing.
It's lovely. It's
I
very
feel
nice.
separate.
Well, we could just
I
go.
feel apart.
This is the stress seat. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it on. All right.
Siobhan, I gotta ask, I mean, what's Media Molecule been up to lately?
Well, we have just been so busy, heads down, getting Dreams ready for everybody. So we're so excited to be here at PSX and sharing the project. You know, for us, like, we're a studio that loves to, you know, bring new experiences and innovative new experiences to everybody, and can't wait to see what you're going to do with it.
How would you describe Dreams? I mean, it seems like a game that's kind of hard to describe, if I'm frank.
Well, I mean, so we did make Little Big Planet, and for us, Dreams is our next step into the Play, Create, Share domain. And I mean, on the trailer that we released last night, like, the really important thing about that announced our story mode and sort of showed what the story is that we're making. But also the really important thing about that is that everything was made in Dreams. So, you know, Create this time is that you can create absolutely anything. You can create games, you can create movies, like all of the characters, the animation, the logic, everything was made in Dreams. And so for us, that's what's a really big differentiator. And then you can share it with the world. So really it is like that next step on with Play, Create, Share.
Tell us a little bit more about what we're seeing here in the story mode. I mean, I think there was sort of like 3 different dreams or universes that we were kind of looking at.
That's cool. So here you have little debug. So basically our story mode is 3 interwoven stories, and it's called Art's Dream. And here you're seeing debug. This is the sort of more sci-fi theme. And we decided that instead of just sort of going with one type of gameplay and one type of look, we would do the 3. So this is a sci-fi. And we also have the sort of film noir setting, which is point-and-click adventure, and there is the childhood fantasy, which is kind of classic MM with a bit of horror stuck in.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing this
Here
right
is
now.
the
Yep.
noir. Yep.
Looks lovely. I mean, it's so interesting to me you could build something like this. I mean,
They look so different all.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of the point, because we want to show people the breadth of what can be done with the tools. And, you know, this theme here, the mystery theme, is just, it's absolutely gorgeous. The whole theme is just drop dead.
This looks great. I can appreciate that, you know, not a great, but a good amount of people would love a game like this. I can appreciate it. I can see the interest. I especially like the visuals, but it's not something I could get into. So this is like but a console cannot be. To me, this is an indie, a stepped up, glorified indie with maybe a little bit more bigger budget.
Stunning. And for us, like, it was really important sort of to bring in these, painterly looks and sort of the chiseled characters. Here we have a map, and so this is sort of how the dream is laid out. And so you'll see that as you play through it, we're beginning here now into Art's dream. So yeah, Art here is the main character, and this is again in the noir setting. But yeah, for us it was the idea of like taking these 3 different settings and sort of binding them together into an interwoven narrative for people to experience.
And not to belabor the point, but you've made all of this in the Dreams engine.
That's right. All of it is running real time in Dreams. Right. All made in Dreams, running real time.
And the tools are there that someone could recreate that.
That's right. Yep.
On their own.
Yep. They're all there.
Wow.
I mean,
that's the exciting thing.
Yeah, I've just always been wondering with this title. I mean, how far sort of does the rabbit hole go when it comes to genres? I mean, can you make like racing games? Can you make RPGs? Yep. Can you make? I
think what we learned from LBP is give people the tools, and that we saw the most extraordinary things. And Dreams is just so much deeper than LBP. So I mean, for us, like we're so excited because there's absolutely the sky is the limit. And I think we'll actually start to see almost like a bit of genre bending. Different genres.
And you bring up like a movie game. I'm really looking forward to Detroit Becoming Human. If they show any stuff about that, I'm really going to pause that at that moment, because I have a real topic I would like to talk about in that game, something controversial about that game, some censorship, and I'm highly pissed. And I definitely do not want it to happen. So when that Detroit comes up, I'm going to be pausing. I'm going to be talking about it. So be looking forward to it.
It's coming together, and that's going to be super exciting.
Now, it strikes me, Corey, I mean, would there be any benefit to God of War maybe borrowing some of this Dreams technology? Would that help you get across the finish line a little quicker?
I would have had a release date today had I had.
Speaking of that, actually, Siobhan, do we have a target release time here for Dreams?
So we're releasing 2018.
Great.
Yeah. So we're ready, getting ready. Yep.
I would imagine you need some kind of beta or something to really launch a game like this.
That's right, yeah. So we're going to do a beta prior to launch, but we're not announcing the exact dates just yet, but yeah, that will definitely happen. And we know that our community are desperate to get it onto the beta, so we'll be definitely doing that.
And so are your sister studios within the Worldwide Studio.
I know, well, come on over.
Will do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
get a copy early, right?
Yeah, well, we'd love to do the jam. Worldwide Studios Jam. Like, how cool would that be?
I like that. I'm in. Let's do it.
I mean, we're going to do it. Like, I just think it would be the best.
I'll cover the pizza for that.
All right, thanks, Siobhan. We've been doing a lot of talking here tonight. I kind of feel like playing a game, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to play a game?
Play something.
Play a game with us? Okay. Any of you guys have any ideas about a fun game to play with friends?
Yahtzee!
Yahtzee? Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to just sit down and play Yahtzee right here on the stage. I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I've got an idea. That's Overcooked. Overcooked is a brilliant game. No, we're not going to play Overcooked up here. We're going to play...
We've done Until Dawn before in the group setting.
Yes. We're going to play Detroit Become Human. Please welcome Guillaume from Quantic Dream.
Look at her. It's the very thing. Now, Detroit Become Human. It's one of the games I've been looking forward to, even before it was a game. PlayStation 3, when it first came out, they showed a CGI film scenario showing the capabilities of the PlayStation 3 with this video called Akira. I can't pronounce it right. But either way, it's showing a robot, an android being put together, a female android, and everything's being put together, and it's asking her to speak languages, asking her to do testing its processing capabilities, and it starts, showing motions, self thoughts, self awareness, and when the guy realizes this, it starts taking it apart and she's not wanting to die or not being dismental. She wants to exist, and it allows her to go on. I said that would be an intriguing story to find out what happens with that android, and here we are. This is it. This is that game based off of that little clip to show off the power of the PlayStation 3. Even being an Xbox fanboy, I was intrigued by that video. So I wanted that game. And there is this last PlayStation event I really liked watching. It showed a scenario of you are the android, and you belong to this owner that was highly abusive towards you, that he's destroyed you once and had you put back together, and he's even being abusive towards his young child daughter. And in this story, you have a choice to either kill the father to keep him from beating his child to death, which does happen if you fail to do so or make a certain choice, or you can allow him to destroy you, and possibly the father come to some sort of epiphany of looking at himself, seeing, which I don't believe that would happen. I would believe more likely he would still be abusive and kill the daughter eventually later on down the line with another outrage, a burst of violence. So when I get that game, you damn right I'm going to kill that father. But they are censorship are saying that it's too violent, too sensitive of a topic for that to display a father beating his child and even beating it to death. It don't even show the beating. It don't show none of the violence. It just you're the android. You're at the bottom of the stairs and you hear the ruckus and the crying of the child from upstairs, from downstairs, and they don't see the. I'm also waiting for the Xbox fanboys to jump on this. Oh, look at how they're exclusive. Look at one of their exclusive is glorifying, promoting child abuse. No. And I really love that Crap Gamer try to spit some stuff like that. A glorified person that will glorify probably Xbox taking another game that has the same thing in it, which you're actually doing the violence to the child yourself. What game am I talking about? BioShock. You pick up a child, you stick a needle in it, you're being abusive of a child, draining its life force out of it to even kill it to get powers. You're killing the child yourself. And I wouldn't doubt that that's going to be one of the upgraded past generation console games that they're going to up to 4K. And he's going to be supportive of that. But watch him. He'll talk some, he ain't done it yet, but he will talk some crap about this game right here, saying it's abusive. It don't show the graphics. It's not glorifying the graphics. It's making aware of some life issues that some child might be going through, that might see this and recognize, hey, I'm being abused, and it's making aware to how to know to recognize it if you're not the child, or the parent to recognize it from maybe a child next door that might be going through it. And maybe it might get some closure from a person that was abused as a child to interact with a story like this and get some sort of closure to just of being involved with the story, of realizing people are now recognizing this, and maybe even feeling some sort of pleasure of deciding to just stop the abuse. It's not glorifying the violence. It's just being aware of life issues that actually happen and giving you an opportunity to choose an outcome to stop it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guillaume de Fondemier.
All right, Guillaume. Woo, a lot of people.
A lot of people here. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. We got the idea from the very first PlayStation experience, by the way, where we fired up Until Dawn. Great game. I'm sure you guys are fans
Absolutely.
of it. And had everyone cheer and hoot and holler to decide what actions we should take. But before we do that, we'll do that in just a minute. Guillaume, I wanted to ask, what inspired Detroit Become Human?
Well, as you know, in 2011, we started to work on a tech demo called Kara.
Oh, yeah.
And, this Android that is getting built.
See, I even knew what this game was based on when I first seen it, and I called it that it was going to be on that tech demo, PlayStation 3, Kara. I didn't pronounce it right, but I was an Xbox fanboy. I'll admit, a loser Xbox fanboy, because there is no such thing as a fanboy. I only call you a fanboy when you're being obsessive and suffering from fanboyism. I knew this, and I was intrigued by even being a fanboy and despised Sony. Now my eyes has been awakened, and I'm looking forward to stories like this.
And when it released in 2012, we showed it as a prototype. Everyone was asking us, what happens to Kara when she goes out into the world? And so David Cage and the team started to work on, what happens when she comes out. And so we imagined this world in about 20 years when human-like androids are really commonplace. So they're everywhere. They've taken on actually most jobs of humans. And although they look and speak and behave like human beings, they're only machines. They're really at the service of humans. And so in the game, you're going to play as 3 of these androids. Kara, of course, Connor, and Marcus. And they're each very different models. They have their own backstory. They have their own place in society. And as the player, you will have to make critical decisions that is going to impact their fate. So you're really going to be in control of the story.
and change the way the story unfolds.
I love games like this. And the great news is this is playable here this weekend at PlayStation Experience. But I don't want to wait. Why wait, right? I want it all. I want to open my presents right now. So Guillaume, take your position, please. Guillaume will be playing on PS4 Pro. And here's what's going to happen is all you early bird ticket holders out there, you're going to help Guillaume make decisions in this game. And you're going to do that by making noise, right?
I don't hear you well, so please. So a little bit of context. We're playing this hostage scene, which is the very first scene in the game. We're playing as Connor. Connor is a prototype. He's been built to investigate deviant androids that all of a sudden do something weird. And so we're going into this hostage scene where the house android has taken a little girl hostage. And we're going to try and save the girl. X for Sean, no?
Negotiator on site.
Okay, now I'm in control of the character. I can really move him around the way I want with the left analog stick. With the right analog stick, I can interact. So Connor is very intelligent. Should I save the fish or not? Oh, too late, too late.
Wait.
There's no sound.
An android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Remember that every action has a consequence. So at any moment you can hold R2 and you enter what we call the mind palace of the character. Shows you your objectives.
Wait a second. I don't give a shit. My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
So here, for instance, I can see that I can talk to Captain Allen.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Okay, quick. So I can ask him about the deviant's name, emotional shock.
Has he experienced an emotional shock recently?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach. Have you tried its deactivation code?
First thing we tried. Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Okay. Don't know if we said the right thing here, but okay. So as Connor the investigator, I have special abilities. One of his abilities of Connor is that he can analyze evidence. And if you find all the evidence, you can then put them together. And you enter into the reconstruct mode. So you can basically reconstruct what has happened in a recent past. So here, for instance, you can see that someone has taken this wallet here. So the deviant took the father's son. Okay, so we have unlocked something here, apparently, that we may use later in the game. So I'm going to further investigate this apartment, which is actually fairly large. So here, sorry, up.
Oops.
So there's really nothing you have to do. So there's a dog here. Okay, now we know the deviant's name is Daniel. Maybe something that we can use later on. Way up. Good. So at any moment I can press R2 here and see, you know, those little yellow flags. That's an indication of everything that's interactive in the scene. So let's take a look at this person here. I have a bad controller, that we know now. Okay, now I can reconstruct and try to understand what happened with him. And it's really part of the gameplay to also play with the camera. Try to find clues.
This is kind of creepy, Guillaume.
Okay, we found something. I've unlocked a new evidence that I'll be able to analyze. Okay, now we understand probably what happened. Deviant was going to be
So what do you think about this game so far, War Anarchy?
replaced. Didn't like it. Oops. All right, so that is a soft reminder that time is of the essence. Here again, I can reconstruct the events, try to understand what happened. I can turn the camera. And now I found a weapon. Should I take the weapon? Okay, so now I have a 78% probability of success. Should I... Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, now we need to be quick.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump. Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
I need to approach slowly. So, we won.
I know you're angry, Daniel. But you need to trust me. Let me help you. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me.
Shall we help the cop?
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die. All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now? I'm going to apply a tourniquet. Don't touch him. Touch him and I kill you.
What should I do?
Okay? Are you armed?
Truth or lie?
I don't have a gun. You're lying. I know you have a gun. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Okay, so now we can use what we've unlocked. Quick.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me.
That's good.
I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
Daniel, no.
What should I do? Quick.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right? I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something you throw away when you're done with it.
What should I do? Quick.
Listen. I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software. No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
What should I do?
The situation is under control. There. I did what you wanted. I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice. I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Quick. Should we? I knew you would say that.
See, I like that. That's an in-depth story that you can choose how it plays out. You can take part and decide or lead how it can end up. And like that scenario of that child being beaten to death, or you can stop it or allow yourself to be beaten. My prediction is the outcome, if you like save the child by killing the father, there's a war going on between humans and these these androids that are coming aware of themselves, building emotions and stuff like that. That she will save the child, but at the cost, the child is not still going to recognize what she did for her, but she's just going to realize you killed Daddy. She's going to have that eternal instinct, even though Daddy was beating her, she's going to have a resentment towards the androids and take a part in the war that might end up leading to your death later on anyways. It's a game that has consequences for certain decisions, and like I said, this is a very in-depth story glorifying your choice and interacting with the choices you make, but not glorifying violence, not glorifying brutality. It's just an in-depth story that tells story of real life situations to open ourselves to accept that things like this are around, even to notify it. So I'm highly looking forward to this one. And that crap gamer and these Xbox fanboys better not jump on that like I'm expecting them to do.
Nice job. Nice job. Well done.
You guys should be very proud you saved the fish.
Gotta save that fish. That was incredibly tense. And I'll tell you, I played that 2 or 3 different times. I didn't even know you could do that. I would always talk them out of it, or, I mean, how many ways are there to solve that situation?
There are many ways, but more than the different endings, and that's true for this scene, but for all the other scenes, everything that you do has a consequence. And so you have to experience it for yourself, because watching someone play and playing it yourself is really totally different. But we're really trying to give players the possibility to make decisive decisions that are going to impact each of the characters' fate and totally change the story. And it's really our most ambitious project. It's the most branching narrative that we've ever created. And it's also the most incredible game that we've created, because we are touching upon certain themes that are, socially relevant. And we think that we're going to touch players on an emotional level and give them the opportunity to experience something really, really different.
Well, you touched me on an emotional level, I can tell you that right now. What about you guys down there? Touched?
Yep, touched.
Wow. Intense.
How many pages is the script? I need to know.
So David Cage says 2,000. I counted them. It's slightly more.
Yeah, slightly more. That's a lot more, probably.
Yeah. Well, we are at the end of the development, obviously, and we have thousands of story permutations that we're going through. It's hell.
So wait, you have been working on this for 7 years, and you said you were working on yours for how long were you working on yours?
Pretty much, yeah.
Seven? Seriously, I'm 5 years, less than 5 years. Everyone.
Well,
I worked for
about
extra
the
2
game.
years.
We're thinking about the game for 3 years, then we start developing.
Oh, there you go. So 10.
But it's necessary.
Everybody's just trying to top me. That's cool.
Finish the game, Corey.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to. Now I want to take an additional 2 to 3 years.
Do I have more time?
No, I'm just kidding. 2 years is fine. Yeah.
Great job, everybody. You saved the hostage. That was Detroit
And the
Become
fish.
Human. Play it this weekend.
And you
Play
saved
that.
the fish.
Get a totally different experience. Who knows? That is coming out next year, right? Next year on PS4?
It is coming out next year in spring.
I am buying that. Oh my.
Oh, Guillaume, you just laid it right out there.
Exclusive. Okay, well, very cool, good stuff so far. But I gotta say, who wants to see some trailers? You want to see some new game trailers? All right. Let's see some new game trailers. Roll it.
Oh, here's where Crap Gamer and Xbox fanboys. Bye-bye.
So what is this? Like, hole simulator?
It's kind of cool. You put trash in the hole and it gets bigger.
You know what would be cool? If it actually ran at 60 frames per second.
Dude, it does. Look at the screen.
Does it have a platinum trophy?
I don't know. Just started.
So, like, what's the point of the game?
There's puzzles. If you collect the kiln, the hole catches on fire.
Oh, sick. This game has Updog, right?
What's Updog? What's Updog? Seriously, what's Updog?
See, VR, it's a glorified indie, but it's a VR experience. And anybody knows me, I love water. I especially have always wanted to go scuba diving. I doubt I ever will in my life, in real life. So I would actually enjoy something like this.
like you mean it.
I am ready to fight you. Oh, gods, guide me.
And that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again.
Quite a sight. Just wait till we're finished. Soon, I hope. The Second Fleet always delivers. It's up to you to stop it. This whole operation rides on how well you do that. We can do this.
It's an ecological marvel, one that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen. Not a single clue to what truth they add up to.
Use everything at your disposal. I want eyes everywhere. Fight hard and stay smart.
Don't stop! Keep going! We can't leave her!
Feel so compelled, then we will cross paths again at the end of all this.
What have we here?
I am buying this game. Every video, every little thing I see just makes me want it more and more and more. And everything they shows is more improved. What they show just really just makes it look more awesome. This is going to be the game I'm going to buy day one. I'm going to pre-order this. Matter of fact, first chance gotten, excuse me, I'm going to pre-order this. This is going to be the game I'm going to be playing when it comes out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew House and Mark Cerny.
Wow, a lot of people.
Yep.
So, Andy, you've been at the heart of PlayStation for over 20 years now, and you've been planning a change for the last few months. Is there a little you can tell everyone about that?
Sure. You know, in essence, I have been with PlayStation since the start, and I've been through some good times and some not so good times. And I think right now the business is probably in the best shape, our platform, our games, than I've ever seen it. And thank you. I hope you guys agree. And with that, and having finally achieved the creation of Sony Interactive Entertainment, bringing all of our company together under one roof. And then on top of that, having been with the same company for 27 years, 14 of those years working in Japan, it just felt like the right time to hand a great thing to the next generation, and for me to just go and find one more adventure.
So, yeah, the tribute at the Game Awards last night was definitely very emotional.
Yeah.
And so tonight we have a special guest who also wants to celebrate your impact on gaming. But before that, let's roll video.
Once there was an explosion. A bang gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
They're here. I can't get you out! Sam!
Shut up. Don't even breathe. bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
Here we go. Here we go, Xbox fanboys. What are they going to be saying? Oh, yeah, they already been saying it. It was nothing but a CGI film. Nothing but a CGI film. That's all they ever play. Never mind that that's what every game maker shows off at the beginning. They start showing CGI film. Then make the next show, and then they'll show a little bit more. Never mind that even Xbox games do that, but that's what they're gonna say. More CGI film, more CGI film. But here's the thing: you show CGI film getting you hyped on Halo 5, a CGI film of Master Chief going against another Spartan. Whatever they call, I forget what they call, whatever. And you was watching a CGI film to get you hyped for that game, to go to battle another Halo Spartan Chief, whatever. And what did you, when you got to that part of that story of that Halo 5 game, what was that battle that you was hyped to hopefully take part in, to be involved in? What was that? A CGI battle. It's not bad for a game to be introduced by a CGI battle, a CGI film showing a game off, and then later on showing gameplay of it. You know eventually gameplay is going to be shown of it. And you know it's going to be a game. But it's bad when the highlighted moment of a game is CGI film. Nothing that you interact with. Nothing you decide. The biggest part of the game, of the storyline, you play no factor in the battle. You're watching a CGI film. Xbox loses. Face it. This game is going to sell alone just because Norman Reedus, that actor, this game is going to sell also on the game publisher. And look at the storyline. It's going to sell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hideo Kojima.
That's who it's going to sell on. Publisher, when I said publisher, I meant him.
So that trailer is a little strange, but the strangest thing is that after you played the game for 4 or 5 hours, all of that starts to make sense.
Really?
Yeah. So, Andy, I know you and Kojima-san have a long history together. How did you meet?
I know it's forbidden.
We met under the worst of all possible circumstances. It was E3. I was responsible for running the show, and I was hosting an event, and I got a call on my cell phone saying, Kojima-san's code has just been stolen by a fan from the booth, and you have to go tell him. So went out into the night. We had tracked him down to a restaurant, and we called him outside, and on the sidewalk in LA told him that his precious code had been stolen, and we had no idea where it was. And I remember the looks on people's faces as some short guy was bowing deeply on the sidewalk in LA to apologize for what had just happened. Anyway, the relationship could only go in one direction from there, which obviously up. So I'm pleased to say. ね。
ご飯を食べてて、テラスみたいなところで食べてて、平井さんも見ましたけど、アンジーさんがなぜか近づいてきて、ご飯を食べてたんです。
Yeah, we were eating together.
聞かされて、アンジーさんがずっと謝ってたんで。
We were eating at terrace, and for no apparent reason, Andy comes out of nowhere and approaches, and then he tells the news, and he starts to apologize deeply. I remember that.
All right, I'm back.
And Kojima-san's face just went white as a sheet. I've never felt so bad in my life.
でも忘れられないですよね。はい。
まさに。
その前からアンディさんとは結構会議とか会ってましたけど、あの時がこうなんていうんでしょうか。すごく近くに感じた時です。そうです。
It's hard to forget that. I mean, before that, I've been with Andy meetings and whatnot, but that was the first time that I really remember, closing the distance with Andy.
So, Death Stranding. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together?
ですね。先ほどトレーラー出てましたけど。あれは実機で動いてます。プレイステーションプロで 4K です。はい。
So you just saw the trailer. That is all working in real time in a PlayStation 4 Pro.
で後半ノーマンが水中みたい。
Now remember, according to Crap Gamer, any gameplay is not real. It has to be only CGI, and these games are coming out are not going to be for the current consoles that are out now. He needs to believe that we don't have these games to look forward to within our generation console because they have a lack of games. Instead of wanting to be a true supporter and not a deluded, delusional fanboy in denial, and say, I want more, I'm going to stick to being a deluded, delusional denial, and also being denial. Say, these games are not coming for PlayStation fans this generation to look forward to. They are coming out for the next generation console.
あと漂ってて自分の中に入ってきますね。あそこはプレイヤブルです。
And also in the latter half of the trailer, you see Norman in like water, kind of swimming, going to his own body. That's playable.
Wow. So how did Death Stranding come together?
I love that sensor thing. I love that he's actually got it on his back, warning that something's approaching, or the evil or the bad thing is approaching. It's new.
We can skip that. So, maybe the world knows. So, what are some of your favorite memories together?
食事を一緒によくしてます。ずっと前から。
We often go and grab lunch or dinner together.
で大体仕事の話は我々しませんので、
And we barely ever talk about work.
大体70年代80年代の、テレビドラマ、これは主にアメリカヨーロッパとか、そういうのをすごく
We mainly talk about 70s, 80s TV shows, mainly American or European TV shows.
Okay, so Kojima-san is being very modest here because he will take on pop culture trivia in the US and Japan, 70s, 80s, and he will kick your ass. He's just an encyclopedia. I would also add that I think the most fun time most recently was sort of building a different form of relationship and seeing at first hand the sort of rebirth of Kojima Productions and having Sony be part of that has just been really, really phenomenal from my point of view.
独立するときにですね、いろんなところからオファーがありました。
So when I became independent, I was fortunate enough to receive offers from many different people.
で、いろんなところあったんですけども、やっぱり自由にものづくりがしたいので、僕のことを理解してくれているところとやりたいなというのはずっとありました。
So I had this many offers, but I wanted to keep my freedom to create exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to work with someone that understood me.
で、アンディさんにお会いして、こんなものを作りたいんだよとっていう相談をしました。
And well, I met with Andy and I told him, this is kind of what I want to do.
普通は役員室で何十人もいるところでピッチというのを散々やるわけですよ。こういうものをこういう狙いでこんだけ売り上げがあってこんだけで作りますっていうのをしないといけないんですけども。
So normally what you would do after this point is you go into executive meetings and you do a pitch of this is kind of the expected revenue, this is exactly what I'm planning and what kind of target audience I have. That's what would normally happen.
で、その時アンディさんに2、3分内容を口頭で言っただけなのに OK っていうので
So I remember at that point I just told Andy maybe 2-3 minutes about what I wanted to do and just told him I didn't have any document and he just said yeah okay
で最初の作品なんでやっぱりアンディさんもうねだいぶ付き合いも長いですし、信頼関係もあるのでそれで今回のデス・ストランディングができたと。アンディさんがいなければこれはなかった生まれなかったものです。この赤ちゃんも生まれなかった。
And it would be the first work of Kojima Productions in the independence, so it was very important for me. And well, it was all because of Andy. Without Andy, none of this would have been possible. None of this, what you saw, would have been created. None of the baby giving the thumbs up would have been possible.
I think maybe a shout out to Herman and Guerrilla Games for Decima is in order. That was really it for questions. Any final thoughts? We've run. I know we needed more cards.
I think we throw it.
throw it to
いいですか？
Yes.
でアンディさんと一緒にやりましょうということで、去年の1月ですかね。
So well, going lunch with Andy last year, I think it was in January.
で企画は考えてたんですけども、テクノロジーが全くないので、エンジンもツールもないので、その時は事務所もなかったです。
I already had a good idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the technology with me. I didn't have, I didn't even have an office at that time.
でその時友達のマークさんを思い出して、マークさんに相談しました。
So also thought of Mark and discussed with Mark.
でマークさんと1月世界中のスタジオを回ってそこでヘルマンさんと出会って今の手島エンジンがあると。
And well, went on a tour through all the studios in the world with Mark, and at that point I met with Herman, and well, that's what led to today.
これもよくいろんなところで喋ってますけども、いろんなスタジオを回ってプレゼンテーションを受けました。エンジンはこうだよとか、ツールはこうですよとかっていうのを 受けました。
This is something I often mention, but in that tour I went through different studios and I got a presentation of what kind of engine each studio was using, what were the characteristics of each one.
もう僕らもう何もなかったんで、その時4人ぐらいで仮事務所だったんですけども、すごく皆さん優しくしていただきました。
At that point I had nothing. I think we were 4 people in total at a very small rented office space, but everyone was really, really kind with us.
でゲリラの皆さんはプレゼンテーション終わってで帰ろうとした時に一つの箱をくれたんですね。
And Guerrilla made their presentation showing us their engine, and when we were about to leave, they just gave us a small wooden box.
で箱を開けるとそこにゲリラのエンジンのソースコードが全部入ったものが入ってたと。
And when we opened the box, there was the whole source code of Guerrilla's engine.
で契約書も何も交わしてません。とにかく小島さんこれ持って帰ってくれと言われて、もうそこでもう泣きそうになって、もうこことゲームを作りたいってその時思いました。マークさんも同席されてたと思いますけど、はい。
It should be noted that at this point we had no contract, nothing, no boundaries, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead, please use your engine. This almost brought me down to tears, and at that point I made a decision, okay, this is the people I want to work with. This is also in part thanks to Mark.
デスストランディングっていうゲームのテーマはつながりなんですよね。ストランドというか。
The theme of the theme of Death Stranding is connections.
で、最初にアンディさんとソニーさんとのつながりがあって、マークさんとのつながりがあって、ヘルマンさんのつながりがあって、皆さんとのつながりがあって、今ここにデスストランディングが紹介できるっていうの非常に嬉しく思います。ありがとうございます。
It started with a connection with me and Andy that led to a connection with Mark, and that led to a connection with Herman and Guerrilla Games, and that led to a connection with all the people in here, and that all those connections led to having this running here today. So I want to thank everyone for this.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Fun night, huh? Just get some old friends together, just hang out, Getting to be the holiday times. I love spending time with friends and family, and I count a lot of you among that. I mean, it's like a game development super group is stacked up on here. Just one huge name after another. Thank you so much for all of you.
We could start a musical act together. This would be wonderful, I think.
It would be incredible. What kind of game would we make if we made a game together? That's what I want to know.
We would make Death Stranding in dreams.
And it would ship in 2018.
And I still would not understand it.
There would be a story.
Yes, indeed. There'd be a great story.
That you'll understand at the very end.
It would come in under budget. And,
well under budget.
Well,
I'm sure.
And early, like all those things, all the things that happen.
That seriously is in your dreams.
Anyway, PlayStation Experience is just such a special time, and we have an incredible weekend lined up for everybody here. We've got all those big panels I was talking about earlier. Naughty Dog's bringing it, Sucker Punch is bringing it, Media Molecule's bringing it, and of course, tons and tons and tons of playable PS4 and PSVR titles. Lots of stuff to play. I mean, Far Cry 5's at the top of my list. You're going to be able to play Firewall Zero Hour. That's the new PlayStation VR game we announced earlier. Shadow of the Colossus, seriously, it's the third time I've said it, I know. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make your eyes pop out of your head. And then don't forget, we've got Capcom Cup on Sunday as well. That's going to be a lot of fun, too. That's going to be right here. I truly think it is our biggest PlayStation experience yet, and I hope you all agree when you get out there on the show floor tomorrow. Before we wrap up, though, Sean, there's been something I've been meaning to mention to you.
Way down here, all by myself on the stage.
Way down there. That's right. That's right. There's this thing with this shirt. I see it kind of peeking out there out of your... What's the deal with that? Can we get a look?
So we it's this kind of tradition sort of happened by accident. And that I would wear a shirt on stage at PSX, which would give an indication of kind of games to come in the future, things I want to see happen. There was the infamous Crash Bandicoot t-shirt experience. But but it led our friends and partners at Activision to bring out Crash Bandicoot again, which is one of the biggest, one of our most successful titles this year. We've done that with Ratchet. We've done that with Wipeout, and now we have Wipeout VR coming.
Bib Ribbon.
Yep. And so this year's shirt. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't exactly recognize it.
Medieval.
Can you tell us anything about this?
Medieval.
Can you tell us what is that? Anyone know what that is?
It says Sir Dan. So I've been getting a lot of feedback about the title Medieval. It's a really important title in my personal journey, in my career. We worked on that when I moved to London. We would like to bring it back on PlayStation 4. We think Sir Daniel needs one more resurrection, and this is the time to do it. Thank everyone for sending their suggestions to me. Serendipitously, I'd already had this one baking in the oven, and then I saw all the pressure coming in, so I thought this was a great time to bring it out and to talk about it.
Should we roll the video?
You guys want to see a video? Let's do that.
Well, he's back.
Finally, you can prove yourself as warrior.
Greetings, stranger. I'm dead.
What do you want, you fleshless freak?
Medieval's coming to PS4. That's awesome.
One more thing. This shirt will also be available in the PS Store for the next 2 days at PlayStation Experience. And all proceeds from the sale of the Sir Daniel Resurrection shirt will go to Able Gamers. So please, everybody, grab one of these shirts over the next 2 days.
Fantastic stuff. So, hey, I want to thank all of our panelists. Thanks to all of you. It's been an honor. This is an incredible bunch. You guys have been great. We have an incredible weekend planned for all of you. Coming up next is Greg Miller with Kinda Funny. We're going to take a very short intermission, but we're just getting started, so stay with us.
Be sure to stick around.
You are a warrior. You trained your whole life for this.
Wait, listen. It was all his idea. He wanted me.
I love the lights and the the effect of the room. I would wished I would be at a place like that. for an event like this.
Rated RP to M. So, Gary, we're looking for someone who's cool under pressure. A quick thinker. Someone who won't back down from a big challenge. Does that sound like you, Gary?
Yeah.
PlayStation, the best place to play.
PlayStation.
Rated R. There's a reason you're here. It's in your blood. The primal need to pitch yourself. There's a reason you're here. It's in your blood. The primal need to pitch yourself against the unknown.
Well, I believe that's the main show. I believe the next small bit is just going to be probably more introductories to probably some more smaller games you can look up information yourself. I just wanted to catch the main show. Got a little bit one more thing for you Xbox fanboys to dance over. Power was never the thing that sold the PS4. You need to come to terms to that. What was the downfall of Xbox was the DRM, always online, forcing the Kinect, and being also, you know, more price, bigger, more price, and being a weaker console also played a factor. But what they did have the games for me at the beginning. They lost hold of that. Right after they lost a hold of the true people that's has any intelligence after that DRM, and oh yeah, telling you don't own your game when you buy it, so you can't sell it, trade it, or loan it. What's keeping PlayStation and what's going to keep PlayStation ahead? You see, it's not the power that you have superior now. It's going to gain you the lead. Graphics is a nicety. Being more powerful, it's a luxury. Graphics is what I look at through a journey and enjoy. But more games, more stories makes my journey increased and my enjoyment longer. That is what's important to it. Most important to a gaming console is games. Nothing is going to override that because it's a gaming console. And when there are no defining games, giving your console its own what's the word? Differentiation. I can't pronounce it right. Its own aspect of exclusives, and then people are going to go to one that does give a different versatile of games rather than just what's on multiplats. And especially when you leave a window of a choice other than purchasing a console by allowing your exclusives to be on something else that you might already own, might already own, and especially your selling factor of being the most powerful console, you leave a little window to buy a PC that your console is not going to compete with, is also an anchor that your ship is not going to sail too long, too far. Your journey is limited. Your journey on your console can be broken off and explored through a different path. Xbox is going to be done, I'm afraid. They are going to be the next Steam on PC. And just maybe they might come out with their own Steam machine. Xbox is done. Xbox is over. Dance, Xbox fanboys. You just heard the truth. Now that's so real.